Hello, and welcome to Virtual Reality. I want to start this talk off with an activity. Everyone in the room, close your eyes. Take a moment to picture a red star in your minds. Can you see it? Can you make it purple? Now 3D. Now open your eyes. Many of you may have seen image number 5 or 6. Congratulations, you have a visual mind. However, many people, like myself, can only see images 1 through 3. Virtual reality not only creates a new dimensional realm, but helps our simple mortal minds visualize what our brains cannot fully develop. Hi, I'm Madeline Crane, and welcome to my Morale monologue on virtual reality in architecture. I first became invested in virtual reality through my studies in the field of engineering and wanted to challenge myself in a new realm. But enough about me. Let's dive into the world of VR. Many of you may have already seen VR used in video games and have probably been addicted to Beat Saber on the Oculus. Although in its infancy, many businesses have expanded past its video game uses. At Rian VR, a company is doing just that. They use the advanced 3D realm to sell architectural visuals and animation to their real estate clients. This has actually been proven to be extremely successful, according to founder Nathan Nasseri. Although much more realistic on a virtual reality device, you can see how realistic their renderings can be. On that same note, Autodesk, the company that manages Revit and AutoCAD, are further developing their virtual reality software called Redshift. This will make it much more accessible for firms to move into the world of up-close 3D design. Not only is it important for firms to get their feet in the door of VR, but it is essential that it becomes accessible to any level of designer that wants it. Architecture students can finally picture that red star while designing buildings. High school students can finally visit Notre Dame while staying in Ohio. By creating an accessible world full of real-life spatial design, seeing these spaces won't be as monumental of an expense. I first began this process with a look into the current available resources and was disappointed in what I found. As they say, quote, "It is not the finish line that matters, it is the struggle that went before," unquote. There were many databases for 3D models of famous architecture. However, many of them were not put into a software to make them look more realistic. I knew I had to expand on this and dig into importing one of these buildings into a rendering software. I concluded that I would use the Farnsworth House, designed by Mies van der Rohe, as my exploration into creating a file usable for virtual reality devices. With its modern design, the simplicity yet elegance fit perfectly for my knowledge levels and time constraints. After downloading the basic 3D model, I realized there were some modeling errors and did some minor repairs on the file. The model was now ready for exportation. After extensive research and discovery, I dove into the ins and outs of Twinmotion. This is one of the few softwares that can both make a realistic looking building, but can be transformed into a VR file. After importing the 3D model, I was ready to use my research. I constructed the world inside and out of the Farnsworth House, adding planting and vegetation, furniture, and people. The more I added, the more realistic it became. I added a simplistic white materiality to match the Farnsworth House, since the concept was centered around nature. I struggled with attempts to be as realistic as possible, since the human mind can often sense discrepancies in what surrounds our visuals. This is a common motif with computer-generated realms, and our brain's ability to sense patterns, or lack thereof, finding flaws in the computer. I also discovered the time-consuming nature of rendering and the need to achieve perfection. However, I felt pleased with my stopping point, and the file was ready for export to VR. My initial hypothesis that virtual reality is not yet accessible to the common person was proven by my inability to get access to a virtual reality device to truly see the rendering around me. Hopefully by doing this project, I will inspire those with resources to help those without. My ultimate goal moving forward with this project is making sure all brains, red star seeing or not, will be able to design and visualize the world around them and subsequently our world. Thank you very much. This was Maddie Crane, and thank you for coming to my Morelli monologue.